आज का हमारा टॉपिक है ऑप्टिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स माइक्रोस्कोप. Microscope is a device which is used to make small things appear large so that we can see them very minutely and we can study them. So the first thing, introduction of microscope. What is a microscope? A device which helps us by making large images, by making large image of a small object. Okay. For small object, it is microscope, something to see. So that is a microscope. Now, what is the construction of a microscope? In construction of a microscope, we will observe there are two types of microscopes. One we will call simple microscope, and another will be compound microscope. First, we will take a simple microscope. What is a simple microscope? Simple microscope is only a convex lens. Only a convex lens. If we see from the side, the convex lens will appear like this. A double convex lens, the simple most convex lens. It will appear like this. Now this is microscope. But this will be microscope only when it is used with a particular arrangement. What is that arrangement? We know that every lens has a focal length. So it has a focal length on both the sides. That definition we have already studied. Now if we place a very small object just before the focal length, between focal length and optical center. So if this is the focal length, we will place object here. If we place an object here, AB, then it will appear very large and we will see it from the other side. We are observing it from this side. This is an indication of our eyes. We observe it from this side and it appears very large. How it appears very large? We see its image, and now let us see how the image is formed in this. Okay, this is AB. From B, there is a ray which is going through the optical center. A ray going through the optical center, the rule is it is not deviated on any side, it will go straight. So it goes straight. Okay. Now one ray from A. From A, one ray goes parallel to the principal axis, Then there is a focus on this side too. F, it will bend towards focus. This. Okay, enter summarize. Another ray goes from optical center and it goes to our eyes. Optical center, and there is no deviation. There is no refraction from the optical center and it goes like this. Okay, so these are the two rays. If these are the two rays, where do we see the image? The answer is where they intersect. पर ये तो intersect कहीं नहीं होती हैं क्योंकि ये diverge हो रही है. Then where do we see the object? The eye observe it that A is somewhere here. Due to this ray, I observe that A is somewhere here. Now, where is A? To I, it appears that A is somewhere here because this is a point This is the point from where both the rays appear to come. So A dash is the image of A. Now for B, this is the line and this shows that B has to be on the principal axis. If B has to be on the principal axis, A dash is here, AB is a normal, then A dash B dash will also be a normal. So here we get the location of B dash. This is A dash. Now when we see from the eyes here, what we see? We see A dash B dash. Now A dash B dash is much larger than AB. Because it is larger, with the help of this lens, therefore we call this lens as microscope. But it is only one lens, so we call it simple microscope. That's all. We also call it magnifier. Magnifier lens, and this is simple microscope. So what is a simple microscope? We have to write it, then we will write it this way. A simple microscope is a simple microscope is a convex lens placed in such a way that object is between focus and optical center. This is simple microscope. Convex lens placed in such a way that object is between focus and optical center. How is the image form? The image form is erect, it is large, maybe it is virtual, but we are able to see erect and large. So this is simple microscope. Now, are there any calculation we have to do in simple microscope? How do we know which microscope is better? Which microscope is more powerful? What is power of a microscope? The answer is, if this is 1 millimeter, we see from a microscope, it makes it 10 millimeter. 1 to 10. Okay? We bring another microscope that shows it 20 millimeter large. So we say the power of the second one is more because it is multiplying it with 20 times. So multiply how many times? This is power. What is the power? So this power is given by how much magnification it is doing. This is power of a lens. So power of a lens is known by the magnification it is doing. So this we will remember, power of a microscope. Power of microscope is the magnification done by it. Okay, so that is known as magnifying power. Okay. Now, is this magnifying power has any relation with the focal length? So far, we know that a lens has a focal length, lens has an optical power which is equal to 1 upon f in meters. Okay. What is this magnifying power? Magnifying power, we first make a definition, then we will calculate according to the definition what is the relation between magnifying power and focal length of the lens. So first, how we define magnifying power? What is meant by magnifying power? What should be its formula? And it's very simple. The magnifying power is how much larger is the image with respect to object. So magnifying power is equal to size of image divided by size of object. This is magnifying power, and normally we write it with M. So this is magnifying power. Okay, size of image, size of object. This is A dash B dash upon A. Okay, there is another way of defining magnifying power. What is the other way of defining magnifying power is, that is, we call it angular magnification. This magnification, size of the image and size of the object taken as a line. So we can say that this is a linear magnification. Linear magnification. Now, if we are observing an object and it comes near to us, what will happen? See, here is an object and here is our eyes, and this is the angle made by the object on our eyes, phi 1. If we bring it closer, or here at this place, now it makes angle as phi 2. Phi 2. Okay. Now, if we bring this thing here, this is phi 2, this will appear larger to us. Now suppose we have made this image of this object. Then what is angular magnification? We want to know. Here we have defined angular magnification is phi 2 upon phi 1. This is angular magnification. But in this case, how do we calculate angular magnification? Suppose our eyes are very close to the lens. Then this is the angle made by object. This is image, and image makes the same angle. If image is making this angle at O, object is making same angle at O, we suppose the eyes are very close to the lens, so eyes are at O only. Then both are making same angle. There is no angular magnification. But that's why, it is magnified. So we have to clarify our definition. Definition को हमने कैसे clarify किया? देखिए, angular magnification is the ratio between angle made by the image divided by angle made by the object, provided there is one condition. The condition are both should be drawn at the same place. Both should be drawn at the same place. What does it mean? It means, देखिए, ये eyes है और यहाँ पर this is principal axis. Here is the object, and we see the image somewhere. Let us say here. No, I will again correct it. Let us say here is the object, and when we put a lens, we see an image here. Image, object. Now the object is making like this. This object, image. This is object AB, and this is image A dash B dash. Now angular magnification will be angle made by the image divided by angle made by the object, but we see that both angles are theta. Then how there will be? The answer is, this is not the method how we apply this formula. So what do? Either A dash B dash, we should transfer it here in the diagram. in the diagram, not actual. So this we bring it here like this. Now this is the size of A dash, B dash. Now this A dash we connect with this. Okay. Now at the same place AB is making angle theta 1 and A dash B dash is making angle theta 2. So what is angular magnification? The answer is theta 2 upon theta 1. This is the right definition. So remember, angular magnification is angle made by image divided by angle made by the object, provided both are at the same place. एक आगे है और एक पीछे है, तो दोनों जो एंगल बना रहे हैं उसको आप कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते। कंपेयर कब करना है? जब एक ही जगह पर दोनों को खड़ा करिए और एक जो एंगल बना रहा है दूसरा जो एंगल बना रहा है उनको कंपेयर करिए, देन यू विल नो व्हाट इज द मैग्निफिकेशन। ये कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि इसको आप इधर लेके आइए। लेट अस सी द अदर वे। ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, इस ऑब्जेक्ट को मैं यहां पर बनाता हूं हियर AB. Now how much is the angle made by AB? This angle. This angle is theta 3. Now here the image is making this angle. This angle was theta 1. Now it is no more there. Okay. हम ऑब्जेक्ट को यहां ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं. Now the angle made by image is how much? Theta 1, the large one. Then angle made by the object, this is theta 3, theta 3. So theta 1 upon theta 3 is angular magnification in this case. But in both the cases you will observe it is same. Okay, now another thing in this you will see. Theta 1 by the object and theta 2, this large angle theta 2, this is by the image. So angular magnification is theta 2 upon theta 1. Now for small angles, angles are equal to their sine and angles are equal to their tangents. This we have done earlier. So magnification angular is equal to theta 2 upon theta 1. Theta 2 upon theta 1. This is tangent theta 2 upon tangent theta 1. This is equal to, when we write tangent theta 2, then this is A dash B dash upon S. A dash B dash upon S. When we write tangent theta 1, then this is AB upon S, and this gives us, S is cancelled, A dash B dash upon AB. But A dash B dash upon AB, what was this? Size of image, size of object, and this was linear magnification. So this is linear magnification. Linear magnification. So here what we observe, that angular magnification is equal to linear magnification. What is the purpose of doing this? The purpose of doing this, that when we do our calculations, when we do it in the practice, sometimes it is convenient to have the data, angle made by the image divided by angle made by the object. This is known to us. We use this formula. If we are able to know the size of object and the size of image, we use this formula, linear magnification. When you have this thing, when you have an object in your hand and you can see the image, measure the two. But suppose our object is a star, That will be in case of telescope, where we cannot see that, or object is so small that we cannot measure. Then what do? We use this formula, angular one. Okay, so whatever formula we use, the meaning will be same and both are equal to each other. And now we come to the calculation of magnification by a simple microscope, and how much will be its. Another calculation of magnification, which is related to focal length V and U, is here. We know that magnification is size of image divided by size of object. Size of image, size of object. This is equal to A dash B dash upon A. But if you compare these two triangles, one is this triangle containing A dash B dash and one is this triangle containing AB. Now these two are similar triangles, so ratio of this line upon this line is equal to ratio of this line upon this line. Now this length is how much? V, and this length is how much? U. So if we put the values here, this will be this upon this is equal to this upon this, and these are minus V minus U. So how much it is? V upon U. What is this? Magnification. So for magnification in the lens, what is the formula we have? V upon U. Same in the mirror we have. So the magnification formula is V upon U, and this is positive. What does it show? It shows the image is erect and large. So it has a plus sign. Had it been having a minus sign, then it would have been that the image is inverted. But this is positive. This shows the image is erect. Anyway, what we remember, the magnification is V upon U, and this formula we will use to derive magnifications. Okay, now we want to see the image. What happens when we change the distance U? What happens to V? The answer is V will also change, because we have the formula 1 upon V is equal to 1 upon F and plus 1 upon U. So if we change U, the V will automatically change. Where should we keep this object? Where should we keep the object? How much should be the value of U in case of a simple microscope? The answer is, this should be kept in such a way that V is so much that A dash B dash is very clear to us. सबसे ज्यादा क्लियर A dash B dash हम देख किसको रहे हैं? हमको क्या दिख रहा है? यहाँ से A dash B dash दिखता है, और ये हमको सबसे क्लियर कब दिखेगा? जब ये कितनी दूर होगा हमसे? We know 25 centimeter. What do we call that distance? The least distance of distinct vision. What is symbol of that? Capital T. So where should the image be formed? The answer is, image should be formed at distance D. That is for clear vision. Okay, so this we will form here, and how do we achieve this? तो हम क्या करते हैं, ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, इसके ऊपर हमने लेंस रखा और इसको ऐसे आगे पीछे किया. ऐसे आगे पीछे करने से क्या होता है? We are adjusting U, and U will be in such a way that V will also become more and less. So V will be at distinct vision. So we adjust U so much that V is at a distinct vision and we see it very clearly. That is our setting for the eyes. Here it will be most clear. So there are two settings of a microscope. This we must understand from the very basics. If we want to see the objects most magnified, if we want to see it very clearly, then the image must be formed at distance of distinct vision. So here it is there. Now, how much will be the magnification? Magnification, we know the formula. Magnification, and here we write, this is first case for distinct vision. for distinct vision. 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Multiply both sides with V. So, multiply with V. This will be 1 minus V upon U is equal to 1 upon F. And this V upon U is what? Magnification. So, 1 minus magnification is equal to V. So, this will be okay. So, this is V upon F. So, how much is magnification? The magnification M is equal to, and this will be 1 plus, देखिए इसको इधर ले आइए, इसको इधर ले जाइए, ये M प्लस हो गया और ये इधर आके माइनस हो गया. So, this will be 1 minus V upon F. Now, what is the location of V? What is the location of image? The answer is we want the image at a distance of D. So, this value we assign to V. How much is this value? This value is D. And what is its sign? It is on this side from where the rays are coming. So, its sign is negative. So, you understand? The rays are coming from this side. So, this direction is positive and this direction is negative. And from the optical center, this D is on this side. So, therefore, it is minus D. That in place of V for distinct vision. For distinct vision, V is equal to minus D. Putting this value here, we get magnification is equal to 1 minus and minus plus D upon F. M is equal to 1 plus D upon F. So this is magnification. Okay. So magnification, 1 is a constant, D is a constant. So magnification depends upon focal length. Smaller is the focal length, more is the magnification. Now there are two lenses, one is this and other is this. Here the curvature is more. Now whose focal length is smaller? The answer is it has got a large focal length and it has got a small focal length. It has got a small focal length, so magnifying power will be large. This is magnifying power, relation between magnifying power and focal length. So we will remember this. This is magnification is equal to 1 plus D upon F. And this is for distinct vision. Now we will see it for relaxed eyes. What is meant by relaxed eyes? If we are observing thing like this and it has come to 25 centimeter, and in our chapter for eyes we have studied one thing, that whenever we bring the things very close to our eyes so that we see it very clearly, then the lenses have to be pressed by the muscles, okay, because they press it, they remain under tension, and we don't want that tension. If we don't want that tension, then we should not press the lens. If we should not press the lens, we cannot see this. Then can't we see anything? We can see the things which are far away. The rays which are coming parallel, when they enter the eye and they are focused on the retina, we see the things very clearly and without any tension, because the muscle do not have, ciliary muscles do not have to press the lens. So they are relaxed. So now we will study what will be its magnification for relaxed eyes. So magnification for relaxed eyes. Second. For relaxed eyes. For relaxed eyes, the rays should be parallel. These rays coming, these two will become parallel. If they do become parallel, then what will be the value of V? The answer is they will not meet anywhere up to infinity. So the value of V will be infinity. So for relaxed eyes, the rays coming should be parallel. The rays coming should be parallel. That is, V is equal to infinity. Therefore 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. This leads to 1 upon infinity minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Okay. In a formula, so what we get here, minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F, multiply with V, So this will become minus V upon U. This is minus M is equal to V upon F. Okay, now let's put value of V in terms of D. We want to see it clearly. So here put V is equal to minus D, and what do we get here? M is equal to D upon F. M is equal to D upon F. So for relaxed eyes, that is parallel rays, the magnification of this lens slightly decrease and it becomes M is equal to D upon F. See this magnification and this magnification. This magnification is larger by 1. It has become little smaller. This is for the parallel rays. So don't try to make many logics in this. You can remember that magnification is equal to D upon F for the parallel rays, and this you must remember how this D has come in this. Okay, so M is equal to 1 plus D upon F. Now onward, wherever we use these lenses, we will remember that magnification done by this lens for distinct vision is 1 plus D upon F, and for parallel rays, for relaxed eyes, it is D upon F. Okay, so this is simple microscope and magnification done by simple microscope. The next topic now we will take is compound microscope, which is more important and which gives us very large magnifications. Compound microscope is made by combination of lenses. So very simple. The preliminary compound microscope principle we can study by combination of 2 lenses only. The one lens we keep near the object. This is the one lens we keep near the object. Object is somewhere here, and this lens we call as objective lens because it is near the object. On the same principal axis, we set another lens and we keep our eyes here to observe it. Okay, we keep here our eyes to see this object because this is closer to eyes. This is known as eyepiece or eye lens. Eye lens or eyepiece. Okay, so but both are convex in nature. Now, what about their focal length? Their focal lengths are small, not very large focal length, but very small focal lengths. So, description. Two convex lenses of small focal length kept at common principal axis. At common principal axis. Okay. This is focal length, this is focal length of the objective. Focal length of object, focus of objective. This is also focus of objective. This is lens objective and this is lens eyepiece. The object is placed just beyond focal length. Working. Object is placed just beyond focal length of objective, but close to it. Okay. So in simple microscope, where we are keeping it, the answer is between focal length and optical center. In compound microscope, where do we keep it? Not within the focal length, but outside the focal length, and we keep it somewhere here. This is AB, a very small object placed here beyond focal length. Okay, now what happens? The rays, we have to find how the images are formed. The rays coming from B will be on the principal axis. So no problem for B. The image of B will always be on the principal axis without any deviation, without any refraction. Okay, now we will see where A is formed. So there is one parallel ray coming from A that has to go through focal length. It goes through focal length. Then there is another ray going from object A and we will make it through O. So we detect this passing through O and it goes and meets it somewhere here. It goes like this. So they two meet at this point, intersector at this point. So this point will be real image of A and we write it A dash. A dash. From here we put a normal on the principal axis because B is on the principal axis. So we get the position of B dash. Okay. So A dash, B dash is the real image of AB. Why real? Because the rays are actually intersecting each other. They come here. Now come to the second lens. What happens with the second lens? The answer is A dash, B dash act as object for this second lens. We are observing A dash, B dash from the second lens and the rays, these rays which are going through the second lens, they are again refracted by this lens and come to our eyes. The eyes are here. Now where this form image, where this object A dash B dash will form the image. Now this is object for this lens. How do we make it? So to find out location, of the image of A dash B dash, again we go to the rules of refraction. The rules of refraction say that any ray going from this point to optical center will go straight without any refraction. This is optical center. Okay. So this is going in this direction like this. Appear to come from this direction. Now we adjust this distance. We adjust this distance in such a way that the focal length of this objective, the focus of this objective is somewhere here. This is focus of objective and this is B. Now where is the object for this? The object is between focus and optical center and this we have done purposely. When we were studying simple microscope, then we were keeping the object between focus and optical center. Same thing we have done here. इसको ऐसे स्लाइड कर दिया, इतना स्लाइड करते गए कि ये फोकल लेंथ इसके पार निकल गई। अब क्या हो गया, ये इसके बीच में आ गया। अब ये कैसी इमेज बनेगी? द आंसर इज इमेज विल बी ऑन द सेम साइड, इमेज विल बी इरेक्ट। इरेक्ट मींस जिस डायरेक्शन में ऑब्जेक्ट है उसी डायरेक्शन में इमेज बनेगी और बड़ी बनेगी, मैग्नीफाइड बनेगी। ये यहाँ पर इसकी इमेज कहीं पर भी बनेगी। इट इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू पोजीशन विद दिस, नॉट रिलेटेड। इन योर डायग्राम इट मे बी हियर, इन योर डायग्राम इट मे बी हियर, एनीवेयर, डजंट मैटर। Okay, but this is one ray. What about the other ray? We take another ray, this parallel. This ray is parallel and this is the focal length, this is the focal length and here is focus. So if focus is here, then this ray will go through the focus like this. These are the two rays. If these are the two rays and we observe it, we keep our eyes here. If we keep our eyes here, what do we see? One ray is coming here, one ray is coming here, and the object, the image appear somewhere at this point. Anywhere. Now, this distance is what? V. Image made by this lens, and here are our eyes. So we are seeing this image at this point. These two are intersecting here. So the image of A dash is formed here. We call it A double dash. A double dash. Then image of B is always on the principal axis, and we draw a line here. Let us draw a line here. Anywhere. Straight. It has no connection that it should be on this side or on this side. कहीं पर भी हो सकता है. This is A double dash and this is B double dash. This one. Now this is the final image made by the second lens. Now see, for the first lens, AB is the object, A dash, B dash is the image. It is a real image. This real image acts as object for the second lens, and for second lens this is the object and this is the image made, and we see this second image through the eye lens. So what we are saying is A double dash, B double dash. Now you can see this is very much larger compared to AB. So the magnification is done. So this is how a compound microscope acts. Compound, why? Because there are two magnifications. So this is the ray diagram made by the compound microscope, and this you should remember. This is very important. Remember all the things in detail. Where the object is to be kept? Beyond focal length. What type of image it forms? Real, inverted, larger. Okay, this image acts as object for this lens, but we slide it so much that this image lies within the focal length. So this makes again a magnified image on the same side in the same direction, but it is magnified. This is by the eye lens. Now here this eye lens is acting as a simple microscope, a magnifier. Okay. So it is making it large. Now we change this distance by trial and error. How much? We make it so much that this V become equal to D. Why D? Because we are able to see any image at the distinct distance, distinct vision. This is the minimum distance of distinct vision. When we make image here, we are able to see it very clearly. So this is our setting for distinct vision. Setting for distinct vision. Okay, this diagram you will remember setting for distinct vision, and these rays must diverge and they will meet at a point which you will write as D. Okay, this is done. This is the ray diagram, this is the description. Now, the calculation. How much is the magnification? Very simply, magnification by compound microscope. This is an important part. Compound microscope M is equal to A double dash B double dash. Okay, let's write formula first. Size of image, size of object. Size of image, final image by the microscope is A double dash B double dash. Size of the initial object is AB. So this is our magnification. Now this magnification we do some derivation so that it comes in the terms of U, V, F, etc. Okay. So this is equal to A double dash B double dash divided by A dash B dash. We introduce it, multiplied by A dash B dash divided by AB. A डबल डैश बी डबल डैश और ए बी अपनी जगह पर है, इसको हमने एक जगह डिनोमिनेटर पे लगाया, एक जगह न्यूमरेटर पे लगाया. क्यों लगाया? देखिए, सो दिस इज इक्वल टू, अब ए डबल डैश बी डबल डैश और डिवाइडेड बाय ए डैश बी डैश. ए डबल डैश बी डबल डैश इज द इमेज फॉर दिस लेंस एंड ए डैश बी डैश इज ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर दिस लेंस. तो ये दोनों क्या है? साइज ऑफ इमेज, साइज ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर आई लेंस. तो ये फॉर्मूला किसका बना? मैग्निफिकेशन डन बाय द आई लेंस. मैग्निफिकेशन डन बाय द आई लेंस. सो दिस वी विल राइट एज मैग्निफिकेशन बाय आई पीस. एंड ई, दिस इज टू बी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय a dash b dash upon ab. A dash b dash is size of image, ab is size of object for which lens? For this lens. इसके लिए ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, ये इमेज है, तो इसके लिए मैग्निफिकेशन क्या हुआ? a dash b dash upon ab. ये इसका मैग्निफिकेशन है एंड दिस इज व्हाट? ऑब्जेक्टिव लेंस. सो दिस इज मैग्निफिकेशन बाय ऑब्जेक्टिव लेंस. This is total magnification by microscope. So total magnification by microscope is ME into MO. This is basic formula for compound microscope. M is equal to ME into MO. You can say what is special in this? Yes, there is something special. मान लीजिए इस लेंस का मैग्निफिकेशन पावर है 2, इसका मैग्निफिकेशन पावर है 3. दोनों को हमने रखा, इसका मैग्निफिकेशन 2 और इसका 3. बताइए कुल मिला के मैग्निफिकेशन कितना होगा? आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा ऑपरेशन करें. इसका 2 इसका 3 दोनों मिला के 5. 2 + 3 5. ओके, लेकिन वो गलत है. हमने क्या प्रूफ किया कि आपको प्लस नहीं करना है, आपको क्या करना है? मल्टीप्लाई. This will magnify 2 times, this will magnify more 3 times, 2 into 3. तो अभी हमने सिर्फ एक छोटी सी चीज प्रूफ ये की है कि दोनों के मैग्निफिकेशन का मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा, एडिशन नहीं होगा. लेकिन इसी बात को प्रूफ करने के लिए हमको ये 2 स्टेप करने पड़े. सो रिमेंबर, एक का मैग्निफिकेशन, दूसरे का मैग्निफिकेशन, इन दोनों से अगर आपको टोटल मैग्निफिकेशन बनाना है, डोंट मेक ए प्लस, इट इज ऑलवेज ए मल्टीप्लिकेशन. Okay, so we will remember this and note it down that magnification of microscope M is equal to objective. We will write first and then eyepiece. Yes. Okay. Now we will make, how much is this? The magnification is equal to magnification by objective, magnification by eyepiece. Magnification by objective is V upon U. This is U for objective, and from here this is V for objective. So this we can write as V objective, U objective, multiplied by ME, magnification by eyepiece, and this is in the setting of a simple microscope. So we can use the formula of simple microscope. Which formula? This or this? We are doing it for distinct vision, so we will use this formula. So this is 1 plus D upon F. We need not write this. So this is magnification formula for, and here we will write minus. Why minus? Because the image finally you will see is inverted compared to this. So this is minus V upon U, and this is 1 plus D upon F. This is the total magnification formula for compound microscope. M is equal to minus V naught upon U naught and 1 plus D upon F. Whose focal length? Eyepiece. So this is E. This is okay. So this is magnification of this. Setting is distinct vision. There is another setting of microscope. The other setting is setting for relaxed eyes. Setting for relaxed eyes. That is setting for parallel rays. Now this setting for parallel rays, there will be certain change in the diagram also. Now you should be able to draw the diagram for parallel rays for this setting. How you will make it? You will make it the first part like this. But in the second part, this lens, we slide a little bit on this side. When we slide it on this side, FO will come on B dash. So this we will write here. The same point is FO, where the image is formed on the focal length. Anything on the focal length after refraction will become parallel. So what do we see here? That the rays become parallel after passing through it. So this goes like this and this goes like this. They become parallel to each other. Now if they become parallel to each other, we are not able to see this image here. And these two rays, they are parallel to each other. Where will they meet? At infinity. Now this is the new diagram. So you make the complete diagram once again. What will you do? The focal length of eyepiece. This is focal length of, yes, focal length of eyepiece. Remember? Focal length of eyepiece is here, and here is the A dash, B dash at the same place. So this is A dash, B dash. Focal length of eyepiece is here. Then if the rays are going here, then they will become parallel because object is at the focus. We all have learnt it. Object at the focus, the rays will become parallel, image will be at infinity. And this setting of microscope, this is for parallel rays. Why should we do this setting? When we do this setting, how our eyes remain? Relaxed. So we can work for longer time. Is there any effect on magnification? Answer is yes. The magnification is magnification of objective by magnification of eyepiece. Magnification by objective, we have just seen V of objective and U of objective. Magnification of eyepiece for relaxed eyes. Now we will use this formula. D upon F eyepiece. So this is our formula for relaxed eyes. This is slightly less because this one is not there. So the magnification will be less, but the eyes will be relaxed. So this is M minus V naught upon U naught. This is D upon F. Okay, but still, what is the effect of this focal length? How do we find it? These two are the exact formulas, correct? Whenever you do any numerical, please use either this or this formula and not the other one, what I am going to tell you. Okay, where do we keep the object? The answer is we keep the object very near to this focal length. So this distance u0 and this distance, focal length of objective, these two are approximately equal. Approximately equal. So u0, u objective is approximately, very roughly equal to f0. Now another thing, this VO, this we make very large compared to this distance. Now another term we observe, what is length of a microscope? The answer is length of a microscope is the distance between two lenses. यहाँ से माइक्रोस्कोप शुरू होता है और यहाँ आके खत्म हो जाता है. So this is length of the microscope. If this is length of the microscope, most of the place is used by V0. So very roughly हम मान लेते हैं that V0 is approximately equal to length of the microscope. Okay? Because we have to reach a decision. What decision? If this is FO and this is L and we place this value here, then what is magnification equal to? Then magnification is equal to, this is L, this is D, this is FO and this is F minus. Minus shows that the image will be inverted. Anyway, why we make it? So that we can study the effect of FO. If we want large magnification, how much should be the FO? Yes, it should be small as possible. How should be FE? FE should also be as small as possible. So that is what in the beginning we said, that the two lenses we take should have small focal length. So this formula shows that the relation with focal length, the focal length should be small for objective as well as for eyepiece. The length should be large. If the length is large, then V0 will be large. If V0 is large, then this size will increase, the total magnification will increase. Okay? This magnification will increase. So this is a general formula, but once again I warn you, this is not to be used in your calculations. Avoid using it unless you are making a very rough calculation, because this is made by a lot of approximations. So we will make numericals, you will see that we are using these type of formulas. So M is equal to minus L D FO upon FE. This tells us about the relation of focal length and magnification of the compound microscope. So this is all description of compound microscope. Now there are certain numericals on compound microscope. We will have to do it in the other class. We will do it, but those are very important and those will contain the distance. An object is placed at so much distance. This is the focal length of this. This is the focal length of this. What is the total magnification of the image? These type of things we have to find. Those are important. So in the next class, we will do those numericals and we will close it today. So this is all description of compound microscope. Normally it is asked in 3 marks questions, and other thing is it is combined with a numerical also. Or it may become, it is not much likely that it will be combined with telescope. Either microscope is asked or telescope is asked. Any one of these. But this is good enough to cover your 3 marks question. When you are going to write about microscope, you need not write simple microscope. So when they ask you about compound microscope, start from here and write only about the compound microscope. Take it granted that the magnification of this lens is this. this will be taken as a given quantity. उसको आपको अलग से प्रूफ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. उसको अगर पूछना है तो पूछा जाएगा आपसे व्हाट इज ए सिंपल माइक्रोस्कोप एंड हाउ मच इज इट्स मैग्निफिकेशन. तब आपको एक सिंगल लेंस लेके इसका डेरिवेशन करके देना है एंड दैट विल बी ए 2 marks question hardly. This comes in 3 marks questions and sometimes with a numerical A and B it becomes 5 marks question.